All right, welcome to our latest station update for you. I'm trying to get this one wrapped up because we have our next station coming online, which is right here. All the pieces are right here. So I've got to get this guy finished up so I can start working on the other. So I'm going to go over everything that's been done and what still has left to be done. So as you can see, all of the windows are now installed. Back ones are too. I'm just not going to spin it around to get to that point. Show you here on this side. There we go. So these were all two-part windows. You see those little frames all the way down inside there? That's a separate part. So I had to, I wasn't sure I was going to use them, but when I put these up in place, it just didn't look right without those. I put an inset in and it looked pretty good, so I went ahead and went with the insets. And same thing for here. Put the insets in on that. You can see how they're just recessed a little bit inside there. Show you that. And then, of course, weathered everything. I've weathered all of the windows. There's a little bit of shadowing underneath each of the frame sections where these parts overhang those parts. I'll see if I can get in here and see. Yeah, you can actually that's pretty good. You can actually see what I've done around the frames right here. I've set a black wash in there so you can see around the window frames. Get a little pan there of that. A little bit of cleanup to do. You can still see some little bits hanging out here and there that I got to take care of. But for the most part, they're pretty much done. Like I said, I don't know where my door is, but I'll find it, get it wrapped up in place. You can see here what we did is, since the last time, everything got painted. It was a gray primer, so everything got painted a gray primer. Then I came in and I did a dry brushing of the initial color on all of this, which is red spice, paint called red spice. So then I came in and I took, forgive these gaps, just ignore those. I don't have the whole thing set down into place yet. It all fits perfectly well. So then I took a black wash and I put over it to make the grout lines darker. You can see that. Then what happened with that is the brown that I used got really dark, so I had to come back in with a second and third dry brushing technique over all of it. As you can see here, there's variances of colors. There's lighter areas, darker areas, things like that. And you can see I've got weathering on all of the frames, even these windows, the big one here. So that all came out really good. So then the next thing I did was I painted the gray that I'm using right here for the trim. That all got painted by hand, as all this got painted by hand. Everything, the only thing that I used spray paint on was to put the primer on. So then I did all of the weathering right here. You can see all the streaking all along everywhere. So that's all the way around, all the sides, everything got that. So then I went to the top. Last update you saw we have the blue up here, blue-green up here. I was thinking about putting copper on here, but I got to thinking about this building. Our city is fairly modern. I'm running modern engines, all that. This building was probably built like the 1920s, if you think about the styling and everything on it. So that would mean that there'd be 100 years of oxidization on the copper. So there really there shouldn't be any copper left over. It should just be the green color that we had, the green-blue color that we had. What I did do is I got my, I think it's called peacock teal. It's right there. You can see that. So I got the peacock teal, and I came in here. Let me see if I can get this to focus in pretty good. And I did some peacock teal overlay on every surface. I concentrated more towards the bottom with it, as you can see down here, and then left it kind of sparse on the top up there. And then what I did after I got that done, I was really happy with how that came out. You can see it up here on the dome. You can see where you've got some of that built up around the bottom edges there. So then what I did is I came in with a black wash like I've done everything else, and I did a black wash over the whole thing, and that gave me all these great shadows underneath the windows, which I'm still going to come in and do a little more streaking in these areas, do some little more highlights. So that'll be coming up. And that should just tie it all in. Now, you can see there's some gaps. There's a few little gaps right here. So I'll take the paint, the peacock teal that I've been using. I painted all the tops of these window inserts, the peacock teal, and then weathered it. So I'll come in and I'll lay a little bit of paint right in here on these top curves. And that will seal those gaps up. And then I'll do a little bit of black wash over the top of that, just to give it a little bit of shadowing. But I'll get rid of all the gapping around all the windows that way. So now we're moved up to here. So this had some windows in it, but what I've decided to do is just put a piece of styrene over here with some border around it. Paint it, probably going to be painted the gray if I had to guess at it. And we'll create a sign for the name of the station or the city, I don't know which yet, but it'll go right here. It'll get all weathered. It'll look really nice right there. All right, so what is left to do besides just the little bits of touch up here and there? Because you can see there's areas that the glue came off. And then when everything is dull coated, all the glue shines that you see, that'll all be gone. So what's left is up here on the top, we have all the air conditioning and vent ducts and our venting up here, what are they called? The ducts. So we've got, I think there's like 3 or 4 air conditioners per side with all the ducting. So I've got to get that put on. I think there's some, I have to look at the kit, but I think there's some little details that go up on top that kind of match these finials right here. They're on top of that. So we'll have to check that and get into that and see if that's, if we've got those. I'm going to be putting a base in right here with a curved stairway that goes down, and we're going to put some fencing across all the way right here. That'll be like an observation platform. So we have sign, that, a little bit of details, the roof details, touch-ups right here, and then window glazings. Well, inside the building, we're going to be creating 2 floors. I'm going to go straight across with a styrene that's going to seal this floor off from about here. This whole area will get sealed off. This huge grand entrance right here will be open all the way to the top. Down at the bottom, I'm going to be putting an interior in with all the benches, ticket booth, all that kind of stuff. Maybe a little coffee shop or something, gift shop, something like that. So that is all that is left to do on that. This is all just small stuff. I mean, we're talking probably maybe 2 hours of work, 2-3 hours of work to finish this thing up at most. So I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to say it's close to almost 100% done. It's between a little over 95% done. So now, onto this part right here. So now we're going to do staining, like I showed you in the last one, around the base of this, where all the dirt and stuff is kind of stained around the edges. We have our planters to put in with all the flowers on the sides, along with benches and lots of places for people. We do have our safety fence that's going to go on top. This is going to be really ornate. We're going to cut this down and make it really ornate. And it's going to go around the whole edge right here and then along the sidewalk that goes out on the sides. Still have yet to do, put the elevator shaft down right here for both freight and people, and then the stairs that come down, and do our platforms. But that's another day. So I just want to get this finished so I can get moving on to this, because this station is going to go right over here spanning these tracks. We'll have a whole video about that pretty soon. So there we go. As you can see, it's really starting to settle into the city, looking really good, pretty happy with it. You can step back here, you can see the weathering on the roof came out really nice. Once it gets all locked down in place, there'll be no gaps, get all the gapping taken care of around the windows with the paint. So it'll all be done. So anyway, that's our update on this. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I don't know if I'll do another update on it. It may be a while. It may not be until I get absolutely everything finished here, all that done. So for now, you'll see this in the live streams, because we'll be running our trains under it and taking care of all that and having some good time with that. So anyway, I think our next set of builds and updates will be for the new station that we're going to build. That guy right there. So that'll be the next set. So anyway, thank you for watching this. If you've liked it, please do like and subscribe, and be sure to check your subscription status on us, because YouTube has a thing going on. We've got notices that they've got something going on with their, I don't know, their programming, where it's unsubscribing people by accident. So be sure to check that. Be sure to check the notifications so you'll know when we go live and when we have all our updates. So thanks for watching.